This is Bruce Boudreau, head coach of the Vancouver Canucks, and it's time for Clay's Canucks commentary live. Let's go with Clay right now.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am Canuck Clay Emo, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It is Tuesday night, October the 18th, and stop me if you've heard this one before. The Canucks blew a multi-goal lead and ended up losing. And it's kind of crazy how what I'm going to say tonight is very similar to what I said last night, but at least we have some different line combos and different D pairings to talk about. So right off the bat, welcome to all of you. Moderators, thank you in advance. Members, thanks to all of you. And no matter where you're watching from, whether you're in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston, in Richmond, in the city, in the Lower Mainland, in the province, in the country, on the continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. I do not take you for granted, and I know that you could be watching, doing anything else right now. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Reminder that you can subscribe. That way you can leave comments freely. Invite you to like this video. I know we don't like the fact that the Canucks keep losing, but you can like the video if you like to and support me on this channel. You can always donate. You can always gift memberships, but most importantly, chat in the comment section. You guys chat, keep chatting away, chat with each other, chatty, and then I will go for the first half of the stream, and then I will go in the second half, I will turn it over to you. If you're listening on the podcast platform, thank you. Make sure you rate and review as you listen. And really quickly, bowling update. I lost 3-1, but I had a huge game. I had a bad game of 137, but I actually got a turkey in the 10th frames, means a punch out, strike. So I won $20. Then I bowled a 150. Then I bowled a 209, a really good game. So heading into the fourth game, I was actually beating my opponent by 2 points, by 2 pins, and then he beat me by 15 in the last game. So he won 3 games out of 4. He won total, so I only contributed 2 points to my team, but my team struggled once again. I think we got to try a new bowling pattern, try something different. So we're basically doing just about as well as the Canucks. So thank you for being here, and don't forget, I will turn it over to you about 15 minutes from now. I watched some of this game, but most of it I was driving home, and then I caught the third period and the overtime. And I will say this, it was actually an entertaining game. It was an entertaining game. The third period was back and forth. The overtime was back and forth. Some good saves, some good chances. So from an entertainment perspective, I thought it was decent. But you know what's more entertaining than a loss in overtime? A win. I don't care if it's a win in regulation. I don't care if it's a win in overtime. I don't care if it's a win in the shootout. I just want to see a win. But if you were here with me last night, and if you've known me long enough, you know, as much as I like to have fun on here and I like to try and be the voice of you guys as fans, I don't want to be the voice of reason. And as I mentioned yesterday, and I believe this so much. By the way, there's 80 of you in here, which is awesome. There's only 17 likes in here. So let's bump that up because at least we're together tonight. And as last night became a counseling session for 150 people. But for us, I will never actually, let me talk. Let me highlight Lucas's generous donation. And then because it kind of touched, I want to highlight Lucas because I always appreciate how generous he is. So Lucas says, it's unfortunate that we're in a bit of a slump, but here's the thing. We got a point and PD career goal 100. Clay, thanks for being positive and rational during these times. Thanks for being awesome. Also, it's your mom's birthday. Well, Lucas, thank you for the donation. Let's give Lucas some love. Always, not always, but most of the time, starting out the donation train. I appreciate you. Happy birthday to your mom. She was awesome. She raised a guy like you. And thank you for the kind words. So this is the thing, you guys. This is the thing, guys and gals. As I said yesterday, I am not going to tell you how to be a fan. So if you want to get really excited when the Canucks win, which I know I'm going to do, that's great. If you want to get really upset when the Canucks lose, that's fine. If you want to be sarcastic and join in the in the bandwagon, I don't know if it's a bandwagon, but if you want to kind of make fun of the team because that's how you cope, not my style, but I'm certainly not going to judge you. And if you think everything is fine and everything's smelling like roses, even though we're 0-3-1, kind of don't agree with that either. But again, that's up to you. That's the beautiful thing about being a fan. So I will never, ever tell you how to cheer, how not to cheer for your team, how to be genuine, how to be sarcastic. But all I can do is express my fandom. All I can do is talk about how I feel. And you can agree with me. You can disagree with me. But I do want you guys simply chatting with each other because that's what this community is for. I trust the moderators. I trust all of you. So let's get going. I was very hopeful, you guys. I was very hopeful about this game because Bruce Boudreau hinted that there would be some lineup changes, and there certainly were. Up front, he scratched Connor Garland and brought in Ilya Mikheyev. Last night, I speculated that Mikheyev would play, but I didn't think it would be at the expense of Connor Garland. I actually thought it would be either Niels Höglander or Dakota Joshua. That's who I thought it would be. But instead, Mikheyev gets in the lineup. He plays with Kuzmenko, Mikheyev. But instead of putting PD between them, Bruce Boudreau put JT Miller between them. And they're not the reason why they lost, although Mikheyev was a -3 and JT Miller was a -2 and Kuzmenko was a -2. But I know that PD practiced with Kuzmenko and Mikheyev in training camp and preseason, and that's how they started. I know they only played one game because Mikheyev got hurt, but at least they practiced that way. So I was kind of surprised to see Miller go with Mikheyev and Kuzmenko. And by the way, Lucas says, another $10 donation. If you need someone to vent your frustration, let's chat. I get it. My day job deals with a heck of a lot worse, dealing with families who are going through really challenging times. So Lucas, I'm not sure you're offering to me. Thank you. Or if you're offering to anyone else, thank you. But yes, and I think, Lucas, that's kind of wise what you said there, is we all have our own family struggles or work struggles or relationship struggles, health struggles. And I would dare say it's more important than a hockey team that is starting 0-3-1, as much as we love this hockey team. So once again, thank you, Lucas, for your donation. As I was saying, and so then you had Mikheyev come in the expense of Garland. There was Horvat between Pearson and Besser, and then Petey played with the two young guys in Podkolzin and Höglander. So could you have put Petey with Kuzmenko, Mikheyev, and then put Miller with Podkolzin and Höglander? Maybe, because Miller played with Podkolzin and Garland last night, but they weren't terribly effective. Then on D, even more changes. Tucker Pullman came back after missing a game, so that's fine. But then Tyler Myers, who was absent from the skate in Vancouver this morning because he was on a plane on his way to Columbus. So Tyler Myers joins the lineup. And as many of you mentioned yesterday, Tyler Myers is fine. Like, he's not awesome, but he doesn't suck. He's steady. He's steady Eddie, steady Tyler. And Myers played a total of, what did he play tonight in his return? 22 minutes. So not bad at all. But the way the Canucks lined up on D, so you had Pullman coming in and you had Myers coming in. So it was at the expense of Noah Juleson, no surprise, considering he just got called up yesterday, and Kyle Burrows instead of Riley Stillman. Now, I don't know if that's a right-hand, left-hand thing, but the way they lined up, so they broke up Hughes and Shen. So you could have gone OEL, Myers, Hughes, Shen, your regular top four, and then I would have gone Rathbone or Pullman. I would love to see Jack Rathbone play. But instead of going Hughes, Shen, which were what we're used to, and then OEL Myers, which they actually did. So they went OEL Myers, then they went Hughes Pullman, and then they went Stillman Shen. I would love to. Stillman's been okay, but I want to see what Jack Rathbone can do, because why is he here? He played 5 regular season games, preseason games, and he hasn't gotten a sniff in the regular season just yet. Because that Johnny Gaudreau goal, you guys, I'm not sure if I have time to go through all the goals. Well, maybe I'll do it quickly. But the Johnny Gaudreau goal in particular, yes, Martin played that too aggressively to his right side. But if you watch that again, Goudreau gets too much time and space going through the middle, and then Stillman has trouble turning, and then Stillman gets beat by Goudreau on the outside, which is fine, because Stillman thinks that Shen is going to be there on that other side. And remember, they're kind of on the reverse sides because you have Stillman on the right and Shen on the left, and they play opposite sides. So you had Goudreau going around Stillman, coming around the net, but instead of Shen cutting him off at the far post, which is what the defenseman's supposed to do, for some reason Shen checked the guy that was skating to the other side where Stillman was, where Goudreau just left. I know things happen fast, but in a perfect world, Shen cuts off that wraparound attempt. Stillman's already on that right side with that guy that was cutting across the middle, and then you have at least a much better chance at a save. And that's the one play that I really noticed where I didn't like the Stillman-Shen pairing, because I think that they played that pretty poorly. Now, a lot of people are going to say that's on Spencer Martin to make that save, and I don't disagree with that, but I certainly think that that the defenseman could have played that one a little better. Also, I thought Martin was fine. I really did. You can't blame him on we'll talk about the Columbus goals real quick. You can't blame him on the first goal because it bounced off one guy and then the other guy. So it's basically a 2-on-1 right in front of him. And I can't even, maybe you want Hughes to tie up Danforth's stick a little bit better, but it goes off one guy and Danforth bats out of midair. That's pretty nice. The Ruenski one, the power play just ended. The Canucks actually killed it off. And then it was a backdoor pass. So that one's not Martin's fault for sure. There's a lack of coverage there. The Goudreau one we just talked about. And then overtime, the Gavrikov one, what can you do there? Quinn Hughes is at the end of a 1.5-minute shift. Niels Hoglander probably made a poor defensive play, being over-aggressive, wound up on the wrong side of the Columbus Blue Jackets player. And even Horvat took the original shot. Then Hoglander was trying to get the rebound. But even Horvat, instead of turning around and skating back, knowing it was going to be a 2-on-1, 2-on-2 if he skated back, he instead tried to cut off the pass of the guy that beat Hoglander to the puck. So now that's why it became a 2-on-1, because you had 2-on-1 the other way. You had Horvat and Hoglander trying to check one guy. Of course, the puck gets past Horvat, and now it's a 2-on-1, and now Hughes is tired at the end of that 1.5-minute shift. Wow. So there was a lot going on. And even before that, it was totally a Canucks thing. Columbus had a 3-on-0. I think that was when Petey hit the post. So if Petey, it's not his fault. Petey was awesome. Petey had another 2 points. He's been our best player this season by far, as many people predicted. But if Petey scores instead of hits the crossbar, then we're talking about a Canucks win, obviously. But instead he hits the crossbar, and then Hughes slips, and then Columbus goes 3-on-0. 3-on-0. And for some reason, the Canucks seem to give up more 3-on-0s than every other team. But this one, Werenski actually missed the net. It was a 3-on-0, and he shot it over the net. Maybe Spencer Martin challenged him well. It doesn't matter. They missed, but they ended up winning after all. A couple other things. The Canucks kill off both Columbus Blue Jacket power plays, even though Columbus scored right at the end of one. But they go 0 for 3 on their own power play, although it didn't look bad, especially their third chance with 5 minutes to go. They look pretty good, actually. Merzlikins made some really, really good saves. But overall, Besser, again, kind of invisible. I think JT Miller struggled a little bit with his line of with Mikheyev and Kuzmenko. I give Mikheyev a bit of a pass. It's his first game after missing basically 3 weeks of action. And, you know, for all of Horvat's defensive miscues, he scored 2 goals. He was really dangerous on the offensive end, and Petey had his 2 points as well. So when you look at the Canucks overall, Petey has 6 points in 4 games. That's on pace for 120 points. I don't think he's gonna get that, but 6 and 4, and Hughes and Horvat are a point a game, 4 and 4, and then Besser and Miller have 3 and 4. So you have your 5 best offensive players really as your top 5 scorers right now: Pettersson, Hughes, Horvat, Besser, Miller. So that makes sense. So from an offensive standpoint, the Canucks are doing okay. They're scoring enough to win games, but their defense has been atrocious. And when I say their defense, I'm not talking about simply the 6 defensemen. It's a team game. We're seeing breakdowns in coverage. and we're seeing defensive blunders, but we're also seeing breakdowns in coverage as well. Finally, Columbus 0-3 coming in the game. The Canucks were 0-3, so you knew something had to give. I'll save this question for about a minute from now. But yeah, there's only 3 teams now in the entire league that haven't won a game. There's Vancouver 0-3-1. There's San Jose 0-5. Thank goodness they're in our division. And then there's Minnesota 0-3. And I don't think Minnesota plays again until we play them on Thursday. So can you imagine if so one of those 2 teams, Vancouver or Minnesota, is going to come out of Thursday night with their first win of the season. Wow. So much to digest. Tonight, I don't have to cut it short, but this is the one where I do have to wrap up within 35 or 40 minutes because it's my church night. As you guys know, I go to my church after I do this and I have my prayer hour for an hour. I don't necessarily pray for the Vancouver Canucks, but, maybe I'll sneak a quick one in there. So, my friends, my question to you today, well, you can say whatever you want, but as I go into the midway point of this show, it's simply, do you take solace in the Canucks gaining a point? Are you happy that the Canucks gained a point? Or have you already given up? Are you hopeful? Just tell me how you're feeling and I'll get to as many of your comments as I can. Let's do our mid-show sponsor read. Thank you to my lead sponsor, Van City Experts Real Estate. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Thank you to Perform and Transform Personal Training and Weight Loss. Sign up now for a free 7-day trial. Use the link scrolling across the bottom of your screen, performandtransform.ca/CanuckClay, and Coach Patrick will contact you. Thank you to Gassy Jack Art, maker of this fine artwork. Thank you to Monkey 9 Brewing, my eternal sponsor. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the code CanuckClay at checkout at vessi.ca, and you can get $15 off every pair of shoes that you buy. Once again, a reminder to subscribe so you can leave comments, like the video, and you're welcome to leave donations or gift memberships. And speaking of donations, thank you to Cliff. He says, thanks for your feedback. No one's ever said it to me like that. But if you're talking about me and my feedback, you're welcome. You're welcome for the feedback. And thank you for the donation. Let's get to some of your comments. Jaskrin, did you see Rachel Dory's tweet? She replied to a tweet of us blowing 3 straight multi-goal leads. Actually, I think it was today. She replied to a tweet. I think she quote tweeted the one that said we are the first team to blow 4 multi-goal leads, and she said, "Is that bad?" And then she deleted it. So yes, we will find out hopefully one day what the true story was with Rachel Dory's unceremonious departure from the Vancouver Canucks. Lucas says a point is a point. That is true. If McFleury is a net for the Wild, so Marc-Andre Fleury, we should win. Yeah, he is struggling for sure. There we go. Fleury's been so bad this year with 7.8 goals against, but he always has the Canucks number. So maybe bet on a Fleury shutout with the Canucks luck. I'm hopeful, but the Canucks with the lead is anxiety. Yeah, I can't believe it's been 4 games and not just a 1-goal lead, a multi-goal lead. Unpaved says they'll win the next 4. I would love that. Hello, Harry. What do you see our lines looking like on home opener on Sunday night? I would try Petey between Kuzmenko and Mikheyev. I would try Besser with Pearson Horvat. I go Miller with Podkolzin and Garland. And then I go Hoglander with Oman and Lazar. And I would bench Joshua. He hasn't been doing anything. Kai, you think it's an effort thing with Miller? Looks completely lost defensively in OT. Would you consider bringing Miller back on the wing? Yeah, you could try Lotto line and then run Lazar and Oman as your centers. That is a possibility. Would I do it? I think Boudreau really likes Miller in the middle for sure. Owen is frightened. Liam says trade Horvat for a top D-man and make Miller the captain. That's fair. I don't agree, but that's fair. LA, believe what I saw. I'm sorry, Canucks fans, for what the team's displayed so far out there. Yeah, the scary thing is, you guys, that was our full team. So swap Demko for Martin. Maybe Demko saves that wraparound. Who knows? And then insert Dermott for Riley Stillman, and you have our full team now. Justin, heard Doria is lawyered up. Do you think she's coming after the team for a lawsuit? Very, 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 very possible, Justin. Unpaved says, do not trade Horvat. Don Cherry says, I hope the Sabres beat us. I don't. Shannon, I have a good feeling that the Canucks will win this Saturday in front of BC home crowd. Yes, that would be amazing. Jasker, I'm not happy with that point. That's not good at all. We need to finish games with the full 2. I'm already losing hope because last season was a killer only because of the penalty kill. And last season it was a penalty kill. This season it's not being able to hold leads. Eli, hey Clay, love the stream. Thank you, Eli. If hypothetically this goes on for another 5 to 6 games, what happens? Who gets fired? What trades happen? I think we could see either or. I think if we lose against Minnesota and then we lose our next 2 home games, start 0-6-1, either Boudreau will get fired, which I don't think is the answer, or there will be a shakeup on the team. Brian, I'm happy with the Canucks point, but not happy with the loss in overtime. That's fair. Pierre, the fact that Arizona got a win before us, what is life anymore? Is Garland getting traded? I don't think so, Kyle. I think it was simply a message to him. Hello, Jamie. Nice to see you. Clay, I'm back. By the way, I got your message on Instagram, Clay. Thank you for that. Susan really hates Horvat repetitive post-game interviews. I'm sure he hates giving them, Susan. As Dangle would say, the Canucks are 0-3 and fun. Gotcha. Disappointing, losing a multi-goal lead 4 games in a row. I agree. Clay, would you ever want to see the Canucks skate logo in the current color scheme? No, I just think it would look a little bit funny. Mikheyev was not great. -2 and struggled a little bit, but I think we give him a pass. This is his first game back. Jasper says Fleury usually shuts us out. Great. Awesome. Lucas, Horvat is captain material, partly because as a leader, you have to stand up for your team regardless. Merely may have the gusto, but leaders don't necessarily have to be flamboyant. Yeah, I agree. That's a good point. Peter, I don't want to hear the point is a point. I mean, I guess they got something, but still, come on, 4 straight multi-goal blown leads. Yes, yes, and yes. LA, I was switching channels between the Kings and Canucks game, and I couldn't believe what I saw. I'm sorry for what the Canucks are displaying so far out there. Yeah, we will accept your sympathy. We're sorry, too. No, Coach Rob, I will certainly not blame Parker. I feel bad that he spent all that money to go out there. Hey, Clay, do you understand what Leafs fans feel now? Clay, I will never understand what Leafs fans feel. Cliff, should we be happy that we got the single point? Depends what the end goal is. You could say a point is better than nothing, obviously. Thank you, Captain Obvious. But we need more than that. I thought Lazar would be an upgrade, but our bottom 6 doesn't look great. Yeah, give him a bit of time. I think he's been okay, Edmund. If player only meeting gives 1 point, that means they'll need 96 more meetings. Yeah, they're going to have 2 or 3 meetings on a night for sure. No, I do not think Parker is a jinx on the club, Lucas. I don't believe in jinxes or superstition. Susan, I'd rather listen to Miller blame himself than Horvat being like, we're not good enough every loss. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, Miller was not afraid to talk about that for sure. Don Cherry said this is like a simulation. If the Canucks come back 0-4-1, do you think there'll be a negative chance for booze at the home opener management? I think it depends how they play on Thursday. But yeah, I was telling some guys at bowling today, if they come back 1-3-1, it's a lot better than 0-4-1 for sure. Yes, Peter Hughes, I did see the screenshot of Dory's tweet. I don't think the 3 centers down the middle is working. We need to load up the top 6, potentially. Harry said, I'm not too mad the Canucks came so close, but they didn't lose in regulation. Yeah, but they were up. They were up. Liam, I'm going to the home opener, but I'm wondering if the Canucks lose against Minnesota, will the Canucks get a crowd booing? I hope not. I don't think they will. I don't think they will. Dory and Green are laughing right there. Hey, Jay. Trade Hoglander, Rathbone, Pullman first for Chikrin. I do not. That's a lot for him. That's a lot for him. Clay Thompson, congratulations on your home opener against the Lakers. Jason, biggest positive is at least we got the lead in our scoring. Yeah, our offense has been fine. Time to send a message to Besser in a 6.65 and sit him in the home opener. Wow, that would be a strong message for Shu. For Shu, for sure. I was looking at the next comment, Jet Wu, and I said for Shu. No, Jet Wu is not the solution. Clay Thompson, not his real name, Raptor fan. Jason Lim, everyone's laughing at the Canucks. Our farm team will probably beat them. Well, I don't know about that. Pat, do you think time zone and travel time has any effect on performance? Yeah, I do. Not necessarily the Canucks performance on this road trip. I don't think that's what you're asking. But overall, if you travel more, that's got to have some wear and tear on your body for sure. Yeah, Jasper Hughes has not been the best this year on the defensive side. Yeah, I was happy. I said it from the top, Harry, that I was happy that McCabe and Myers got in. They should get in. Justin, just make Flying Skate full-time jerseys. I guarantee the team will look so much better and have more mental strength in the lead. Those jerseys are the answer. Free the skates. Crazy road trip to start. That's true, Vishav. Jason says, let's be realistic. We aren't as bad as we are. Just have bad luck. Everyone has a bad run. It's just ours is happening right now. Don Cherry says Hughes thought it was -20. Jason says Joshua is pretty useless. What do you think about Kuznetsov 1 game suspension? I think it should have been more. It was pretty cowardly. What kind of playing style do you think Curtis Lazar is when he's on the ice? Well, he's supposed to be a grinder, hard to play against, sandpaper. Rutherford, I'm sure. Edmund, I'm sure Rutherford is not happy. 78 games till Bedard is a Canuck. We will see. Parker was at the Philly game on Saturday and the Washington game on Monday, and he was flying back tonight, so he wasn't at today's game. Lucas, another donation. Thank you, Lucas. Very generous. I haven't heard anything still in regards to the skates. Sounds like the reverse retro is going to be announced tomorrow. Nice scoop. Thank you. What do your folks think of Hoglander? I think it's been okay. Yeah, there's losing all your games is no guarantee you'll get Bedard. I worry for Bruce, says Lee. That's fair. Liam, I don't say that word. You guys know that. Jasker, knowing this fan base, I do think there's a chance the fans boo the Canucks on the home opener. Be fascinating. Unfortunately, I won't be there. I'll be working, but I'll be there on Monday night against Carolina. Harry, when is your next 24-hour live stream? I really enjoyed watching it. Thank you. I had it planned for the last weekend of November, but I may have to bump it now, given that I'm one of the 3 Steve Dangle podcast network hosts of Game Over Vancouver. So I need to think about that. I might settle for a meetup instead, but we will see. Pullman overpaid? Yes. Underrated? No. No. I agree. It's not T season yet. In terms of which players the Canucks have should be traded or demoted minors, a deep dive would mean looking at various stats. Yes. Good point, David. I'm not sure if that was a question or a comment. We are going to win, Harry. Home opener 4-2. Thoughts on the Flyers? Very surprising, and I'm surprised that Lightning have struggled so much. I don't agree with. I don't believe in the T word either, Lucas. Is the current problem the coach's fault or players' fault? I'd say it's more the players than the coach. I think so. It's been 11 years since we had any type of glory years. Winning changes everything, no matter how you win. When we had Gillis, at least he complained about the schedule. Yes, Jason, I know. We got to get back to those glory years. Riley would buy a blue and green white skate. Japan's not feeling it tonight. Tanner, I think Boudreau could get fired, but I don't think it's going to happen soon. But there's a reason why the Canucks didn't extend him. Why Rutherford didn't extend him. I've not sat in 329. That's good that you're going to be in the home opener. That's on one of the ends, right? I have seats in 319 in one of the corners and 115 down along the side. Yeah, that's why you don't lose on purpose. You could end up 32nd overall and still lose the draft lottery. I know Jason's mad because he texts me while he's steaming mad during the game. Justin says, Department of Player Safety is a joke. A deliberate slash to the face is equal to missing the All-Star game. That's a great point. If we were behind and came back to lose, fine. If you're winning, can you just put the nail in the coffin? Yes, they could have done that 4 times. Do you agree that the reason our D isn't strong is right-hand D-men are more commonly grown in progress through the organization? We haven't really done that. I think that's a big reason. You look how weak our right side is for sure. Yeah, and I'm surprised Tampa is 1-3. Do you think Tyler Mott is the same playing style as Curtis Lazar? Mott's faster, Lazar's bigger. Yes, Don, I'm going to the game on the 24th, not going on the 22nd. Carol says, I hope you got my message and I wish you all the best. I have not seen your message, Carol. Carol, I didn't see it. Where and when did you send it? but I have not seen it, Carol. Unless it's this message. Well, thank you. I wish you the best as well. How many likes? How many do we have? We have 125 people in here. Thank you. Only 37 likes. Let's try and bump that up. Susan is missing Tyler Mott. Reverse retros get revealed tomorrow, I believe. Awesome. That's what Lucas said as well. My duck Huey likes your voice. Well, thank you to Huey. Third period is a coin toss for the team so far. Hoping for a win on my birthday. Lyndon, is that on the 22nd, 24th, or the 20th? What did Gillis say about the schedules? He said it's ridiculous that the Canucks have to travel so much. 82 games. If we play bad for 1/8 or 2/8, but 6/8 is still there. Right now, we are 4/10 the game in the first 8. Okay, a lot of math there, but yes, that is true, Jason. Sidhu, I call it the Steve Dangle Podcast Network because that's the name of the channel. The name of the show is called Game Over Vancouver, not Game Over Canucks, so I must correct you. It's Game Over Vancouver, and it's on the Steve Dangle Podcast Network. SDPN is the name of the channel. If we win 5 or 6 games, we'll be fine. Yes, but easier said than done. 500 after 10 games. Trading Tyler Mott was the worst decision. Yeah, they didn't think they would be able to re-sign him, though, Susan. Jet lag does have an effect. Hometown Leafs during the 93-94 playoffs had deep runs despite having to travel. Yeah, but when you're on the East Coast... Oh, actually, were they playing in the West? Then never mind. I was going to say when you're on the East Coast, it's easier. Jason, we can't score in power play and can't kill anything on the PK. At least we got a shorthanded goal. When will the giveaway be happening? When the Canucks win? What time will the live stream start on Saturday? I do not stream on Saturdays, Harry. I will not be streaming on Saturday because I'm working. Clay, keep up the good work. Thank you. I'm going to try and stay up for your live stream. Well, that is awesome. I know you're in Toronto. I know it's 2:30 there, so I appreciate you. Okay, I'm going to finish up now because I'll go really fast. If coach gets fired, what coach that currently available do you want as replacement? I don't know who's out there. Is Paul Maurice still available or did he go somewhere? Where did Paul Maurice go, you guys? Let me know in the chat. What D-man could we add realistically? I don't think there's anyone out there. You'd have to give up a lot to get one, Liam. So it's easy for me to say names, but it's not realistic that we get them. Clay, I will take a look at that, but not my priority right now, but I'll take a look at it for sure. Carol sent me a super chat. I must have missed it because it didn't bounce. Oh, I'm sorry, Carol. You did. You know, I'm so sorry. It doesn't show up on my streaming platform, StreamYard, but I do see it now and I can't show it. So Carol, hey Clay, I feel better about the game. I'm happy that we got a point. I like our legend said, thank you for your positivity, your friendship, and your kindness. God bless. Thank you, Carol, for your kind message. I'm sorry I missed it because I don't have it on my streaming platform, but I do see it now on YouTube there. So thank you very much for that. I need to wrap up in the next 2 minutes, so I'm going to go real fast. Happy birthday. Early birthday on the 8th. Wait, it's your birthday today? 18th? Isn't that today? It is. Happy birthday, Lyndon. Yeah, Jasper Myers was fine. Luke is going to get a win on his birthday, November 1st. Mike Yeo could be the coach. He's an assistant right now. Boudreau wasn't Rutherford's coach, so he probably has someone else in mind. No loyalty. Yeah, Cliff, great point. Rutherford and Alvin don't have any loyalty to Boudreau nor the players because they were here when they got here. Might be nice to have the first game home to get on a good streak, hopefully. Why do I think they're so bad? Team defense. That's exactly what Vishav just said right there. What do Crosby, Stamkos, Ovechkin, Kane, Malkin, and Doughty have in common? Stanley Cup. I hope the Canucks win as well, Riley. Losing equals losers. We are even losing with effort, and we are losing by sucking. That's amazing analysis, Jason. Justin also says, I thought Myers was good today. Crispy Assassin says the team needs a shakeup. Brown says Barry Trotz. Interesting. Yeah, I'm 48, Lyndon. Happy birthday once again. Horvat scored twice. PD scored once. Funky, would you rather endure 40 years of no-win seasons but win a cup or endure 40 years of President's trophies and cup finals? 40 years of... yeah, there's a cup, but 40 years of no wins, that I think, well, it's unrealistic, but I don't think I could handle that. I would take the 40 President's trophies and not win. But having said that, yeah, 40 years is a lot. to not win a game, but somehow win the cup. No, Jay, I'm going to stream every night. It's helping me build the channel. There's actually a lot of people in here, even though we lose. But yeah, it would build up the anticipation if I only stream if the Canucks win. And I'll end with this one because I do got to get going. Eli, 4 games in. Let's hear it. Best forward, Pettersson. Best D, Hughes by a bit. Most underappreciated, Podkolzin. Biggest casualty, Dakota Joshua. There we go. Okay, friends, I am sorry that I could not. Oh, Maurice is in the Panthers. Thank you. Thank you for that, you guys. I appreciate that. That's a good way to end with that correction. I do have to go. I have to get ready for church. Lyndon, happy 39th birthday. Thanks for being here on your birthday. It's kind of cool when people spend their birthday at least a bit with me here. So as I wrap up, friends, thank you for being here. Moderators, thank you. Good job as always. I don't think you had to do too much, but that's a good thing. Members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang. Thanks for your support. Hall of Fame and franchise members, thanks to you as well. As well to everyone who subscribed during the stream, everyone who liked the video. You can still do that on your way out. Everyone who left donations, I think it was a bunch of Lucases and a Cliff. So thank you very much for your donations. And most importantly, to all of you for sharing your fandom, your opinion in the comments. I really appreciate it. And I'll tell you one last thing before I go. I'll tease you with something. I got my haircut tonight after bowling, rushed home because I have to do a photo shoot tomorrow for a cool project that I'm working on with the Canucks. I can't say what it is. I probably already said too much, but I'm just going to kind of let it appear and then see who notices. I might run a little bit of a guess what I'm doing contest maybe tomorrow, but so that was so high school. It's like, oh, no, I have a secret, but I can't tell you. I shouldn't have even said anything, but really, I'm really excited to share what this news is, but I can't do anything about it just yet. And maybe tomorrow or Thursday, I'm going to have you guys guess what it is. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this new opportunity. Some of these cool opportunities seem to fall in my lap, but this one is really, really cool if it pans out. So we'll see how it goes. But yes, I have to get up early, take some pictures with my son Jacob tomorrow morning. He's taking the pictures, I'm in them, and then we will go from there. So thanks everyone for being here. As always, subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to, become a member or upgrade your membership if you'd like to, leave a donation if you'd like to, and definitely thank you for all of your comments tonight. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Oh yeah, tomorrow, Parker and I were planning to do Canucks After Dark at 10, so we'll see if that's still the case. And then my regular show at 11. And then on Thursday, after the Minnesota game, I will be doing my first show as the host of Game Over Vancouver. So I'll do that after the game against Minnesota, and then I'll do my own stream at 11 p.m. Okay, for sure. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And before I dated Gail in high school, my previous girlfriend broke up with me when she found out that I only had 9 toes on my feet. Yeah, I only have 9 toes. She was lactose intolerant. God bless. And go Canucks go. That was so stupid. Booyah.